tip things off by taking you into the action with one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons.
It's over. The Nets have the win tonight, 102-82, and thus the sweep in the Eastern Conference Finals.
After being swept from the playoffs last year, the Pistons decided to make a change. They hired a new head coach, Larry Brown, and his mission was clear.
We have to improve as a rebounding team. We can't rely on Ben to get every rebound. Some of our young kids are going to have to assume some big-time responsibility. Tayshaun and Okor are going to have to step up, and Bobby Sura is going to have to replace John Barry. So we have some big shoes to fill.
Detroit is still led by point guard Chauncey Billups, center Ben Wallace, and shooting guard Richard Hamilton. But they would all be put to the test against the Phoenix Suns and their own young star, Amari Stoudemire.
Here comes Amari. The power and fury of Amari Stoudemire gets us started tonight.
But Detroit took over, and by halftime, they had a 10-point lead.
Hamilton driving on the smaller Marbury, and Rip Hamilton now with 10 points.
The Suns came out flying in the second half and tied the game in the fourth quarter. But Chauncey Billups answered right back.
Now it's Billups. Quick release for three. Chauncey Billups, cold-blooded.
And then his backcourt partner, Richard Hamilton, would finish off the Suns.
Hamilton, not a bad option for Detroit, and one for Richard Hamilton. The bucket and the free throw for Richard Hamilton.
Detroit then came home to face their biggest test of the season.
And Ben will jump it up.
As the game began, the Pistons took it right at the powerhouse Lakers, behind their backcourt of Rip Hamilton and Chauncey Billups, who was named Player of the Week in the Eastern Conference. But LA stayed right with them with the help of their defense.
There's a swipe by George on Chauncey. Karl Malone on the break, lays it in.
The Lakers were calmly getting ready to take over, just as they'd done many times before. But the Pistons were determined to make a statement in this game, and they made it loud and clear when they looked inside to Big Ben.
Chauncey gets by and sends it for the Thunderdome.
Though the contest was tight most of the way, Wallace and the Pistons began to build a lead in the fourth quarter.
Memo over Shaq, and he hits it.
Kobe Bryant and the Lakers had one more run left in them, pulling to within 5 in the final minutes. But this was a team effort for Larry Brown's Pistons, with 6 players scoring in double figures, and they finally put the game away.
Nice play. Backdoor back. Chauncey laid it in. Lakers fell asleep, and they paid the price. Pistons by 9. On a dribble out some time. Breaks down the Lakers. And the score. And school is definitely out now.
For the road-weary Los Angeles Lakers, it was their 3rd straight defeat away from home, as the Pistons came away with a 106-96 victory. The next night in Memphis, Detroit had its hands full trying to contain Pau Gasol. But Chauncey Billups was even tougher for the Grizzlies to handle, as he finished with a game-high 33 points.
Chauncey Billups up against the big guy and got it.
Meanwhile, Rip Hamilton was doing what he does best, and Detroit drove to its 3rd straight win.
Trying to weave through traffic himself, and he does.
Now let's check the NBA.com Central Division standings. The Pistons are currently tied for 2nd place with the Hornets, 2.5 games behind the Pacers. The Bucks are in 4th place.